Hello, Crypto Exit Plan here. And today we're not going to talk about crypto because everybody is probably a little bit on edge in the crypto space because what's happening is the fear, uncertainty, doubt moment is happening. And if you weren't invested in crypto about 100, 200 days ago, you don't understand because it takes a long time. Well, in this case, a short time for things to play out, but it will happen. So hold your crypto bags, don't do anything. And while we're waiting for crypto to pop, let's talk about silver. All right. I want to talk about silver. I am getting so bullish on silver. And I think I may have found two companies that I am about to invest in. And one in particular that is it's a new IPO. And that IPO could be a really solid play in the silver bull run. And you've got to remember that if Bitcoin is the gold, is the digital gold, XRP is the digital silver. So I love silver because I love XRP and the gains are parabolic, right? You know, the gold is the slow and steady wins the race. Bitcoin slow and steady wins the race. Silver and XRP are the pump. But there is a couple of key facts about silver that I want to enlighten you all on because I believe that this time when silver pumps, there's a reason and there's a real use case for it. It's not just about being a precious metal. It is not just about being a nice base for jewelry. There is a couple of things that we're going to talk about. And before we talk about that, please like, subscribe, and click the notification bell if you want to see more of my face. Let's get right into it. So we're looking at silver on the 2-week chart. And I like the 2-week chart because another technical analysis pointed me onto it. And with these itchy moko clouds, you can see that silver is quite clearly out of the zone. And it is bullish. It is super bullish. And it has had a pump. And if you're bored in March, well, congratulations to you. I've only just got onto it, but what's happened? It has hit a high of $29 US and it's retraced as low as 21. But right now you can buy silver at a very decent price. So there's one play here. Play number one is you buy silver coins. I like the idea of buying silver coins. I like the idea of stacking coins. I haven't done it yet, but I am going to use a good chunk of my returns from cryptocurrency to buy stacks of coins and store them in vaults in places around the world. Ideally in Australia, in the Perth Mint, I think I'll start with. But I just feel like having some silver coins in the future may be handy if, you know, let's say the internet fails or something like that, you know, at least you can trade silver coins, you know. I'm not a doomsdayist, but I believe that there is some, you know, there's some real utility in owning a silver coin. It has been money in the past, so why can't it be money in the future, as in, you know, money that you buy things with. I just lost my train of thought there. Funny that. Yeah, so you can buy silver. You can buy silver in itself and it will go up. And let's have a look at what silver might do. Silver might go up to its all-time high or just above its all-time high from 2011 to 56. So if you bought it now at 23, that's a 2x. Or it might go up to an extension of the Fibonacci. The first extension of the Fibonacci, I think the 1.6. 73 US dollars, or we could go all the way up to just towards the top of the extension, which I honestly believe, and that's what, if you Google silver right now and saying where is silver going, what do we predict for silver, it's between the $100 and $200 US in the next bull market, you know, the next gold bull market, right? Because the volatility in silver is a lot bigger, right? So there's that play. You can buy silver right now in this zone when it's pumped and a bit of accumulation. And it's kind of like XRP was a little while ago where it pumped and you could accumulate it and then it's going to do the next pump. Right now is a good time just to buy silver, stack silver, buy silver ETFs, buy the basic commodity of silver. And you could see And let's just do a little measure on it. So I love doing my measures. 5 times. So you could probably buy silver and get a 5x in the next bull market if you just buy and hold now and just turn away, do nothing and buy and hold. If you're like me and you're a little bit more risk averse and you're happy to put a small amount for a larger gain, there is some other plays that I like. First Majestic Silver Corp. I like these. I like this company. I think the chart is solid. I think from November 8 up to April 11th, they did a very good run. They did an extremely good run. So in the last gold bull market, the hand was played brilliantly, and there was a 3,880% run in, well, 2 years, let's say. Yeah, 08 to 12, no, maybe 4 years. So that's a solid return for 4 years. So if you bought First Majestic when kind of from the March, so let's call that March now, and then held it for 4 years, you've got a 40x nearly. Now, that's back then. That's back then when silver was just silver, right? Like it was being used. And I was chatting to my dad the other day, and he's in medical imaging and photography, and he said it really caused a problem this last bull market for photographic producers because they couldn't afford to buy the film because the silver price went up so much because the silver is used in photographic imaging. So that's kind of leading into the use cases, but we're kind of moved on from that kind of that use case scenario. Digital film is a big thing now, but there is still some film out there. So that's one of the use cases for silver. But right now, and we're still on that 2-week chart, we can get First Majestic Silver at a fairly discount from its recent pump. So this is the retracement. So these stocks and the market peaks and it discovers a new price and then it returns back to something. So if we go in there and we even go into the daily chart now and we just look at this zone, so from that high there, if you had bought it there and FOMO'd in, you would have lost at some point about 30%. But if you buy it now, your upside, at least to the top of the recent price discovery, is 28%. So there's some decent upside there. But the reality is that that's not what we're looking for. We are not looking for that at all. Let's go back to that 2-week chart because we want to see this line here. So this idea that you can buy now First Majestic Silver at $10 and possibly see at the end of the next bull market $89 and maybe more, that's a conservative estimate over the next 2 to 3 years. You could buy in, like you've got your cryptocurrencies there, they can go parabolic really quickly. But these silver plays, like they will go parabolic, but it might gradually happen over a year and then spike up and then kind of retrace a bit. So this idea of buying something about $10 and it being about $90, like a 9x return, like you put $1,000 into it and you've got 9,000 in a couple of years. Like, why not? As a part of your portfolio, why wouldn't you? While crypto's kind of sitting sideways and you're freaking out and you don't know what's going to happen, just sit on your hands, do nothing, and maybe start looking at some of these silver stocks because they could do big things. Gato Silver. Now, I'm going to have to go to the 4-hour chart on this one because it is a new IPO and there's no public data for exchanging, right? But what we can see, and I like IPOs because they tell a story about investor sentiment. Now, this thing started about the $6 mark on the 28th of October. Kind of shot up and people were fairly bullish on it and then it retraced. So it's shown us that like there's a bottom there of about 6 and there's a top there of about 745. And buying right now is in a good range, I think. And let's put up the indicators that we like, the relative strength index, because this just gives us a simple view that it is in the middle of the overbought and oversold region. So if you were to buy Gatos Silver today, it would be in an okay position, right? You know, it's you're not buying in any kind of sell-off. Sorry, you're not buying in any pump, and you're not buying in any sell-off, right? And it is above its 50-day moving average, or its 50-bar moving average. So it's well above that. And I think if we go back to the daily, we don't even have enough data for a daily moving average, but we're above our 4-hourly bar, 50-bar moving average, right? So we're in a good spot. We're not, you know, we're in growth, we're in accumulation, we're at the bottom of the accumulation, and there's something to come. Now, let's just have a little look at what silver is used for. And this is why I'm super bullish on silver. Now, I'm going to zoom right in on this. Today, silver is an invaluable to solder, brazing alloys, don't know much about that. Batteries, EV market, storage batteries for homes. So silver is used in solder for circuitry, batteries for the EV boom that's happening right now. Dentistry, that won't go away. Glass coatings, glass isn't going away. LED chips, that's the modern, you know, thing for lighting, right? Most lighting's going LED. Medicine, that's not going away. Nuclear reactors, that's not going away. Have you heard about the uranium boom? Photography, yeah, whatever, you know, photovoltaic or solar energy. So your photo cells in your solar energy on your roof, silver. RFID chips, silver. Shipments worldwide, semiconductors, silver, touchscreens, silver, water purification, silver, wood preservatives, and many other industrial uses. So if you're not bullish on silver right now after reading that, why wouldn't you be? You know, you've got gold, yep, that can be used for some things, store of value, but silver is actually used for a lot of things that are actually in an uptrend of use and in a massive use. You know, if we're making a lot of chips today, think about the 1 billion people that are about to buy mobile phones and various electronic devices, because they are now moving in from the second world to the first world in India and, you know, places around the world. You know, there is an emerging economy of people that will have fridges and use copper and have mobile phones that are using the silver, and the wind farms and the batteries in the EV cars and the soldering in all the circuitry and the glass and the windows and the LED chips in the lighting. So all these things are using silver. So yes, there will be this speculational demand, but there will also be this real demand, and the new baseline for silver will be so much higher. I love it. I absolutely love it. And I'm just going to jump over to Gatos Silver. So in their recent 3-monthly report, and I don't like to get too much into fundamentals and the valuation of companies on this channel, because I am the bull, you know, I am kind of speculating on startup companies or exploration companies or, you know, cryptocurrency coins that will follow market trends, as in they'll go into the real bullish kind of buy in now, when everyone's going, let's buy silver, let's buy XRP, let's buy VET, let's buy Bitcoin, you know. So it's buy that when no one's looking at it, and then sell out when everyone isn't looking, you know, when everyone is looking at it. But what I do know, as a boy from Perth and Kalgoorlie, and having been to some mining conferences like Diggers and Dealers, is that an average grade of gold per ton of 6.82 is okay. That's a pretty good thing, because I know that there was a point in time when the gold price was so low and the super pit in Kalgoorlie was about to shut, and they were getting 1 gram per ton out of the ground. Now that's open pit, so you can have a lower grade, and let's assume that's an underground mine. It's still in a fairly good range. You know, between 4 and 8, if you Google it, is a good quality or a good grade of gold. Look at the silver here. For a pure play silver company, 5,726 average grams per ton of silver. That is good. And then you've got lead and zinc. So they're producing some precious metals and some metals that are being used. So your lead and your zinc, they're all used in metals and byproducts of metals and commodities and all those kind of things. So I'm super bullish on Gatos Silver. Now, the reason why I'd be kind of skeptical of it is that I know that companies sometimes IPO and they overvalue themselves. And then there's a retracement in price. But because we are in a gold bull market and a silver bull market and heading towards the top of the bubble in the stock market, and the cryptocurrency is about to enter a bull run, I'm not so scared. So if I bought Gatos Silver today, I could firmly feel confident to get 5 to 10x on my money. Now, that's not financial advice. That is not in any way telling you to go out and buy this company. That's just saying, have a look into it. Maybe while crypto's going sideways for a bit, and I still believe it's going to pump in the next couple of days, depending on Bitcoin, like I've said. But while that's happening, the gold and silver market are being depressed. They're being manipulated down into this kind of 25 to 50% retracement from their recent highs, and they're going to pump out. So you can double down on your crypto investments right now, or you can double down or start positions in gold and silver. And I say silver. And I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to go back to the charts, and I'm just going to go back up to silver. And I'm just going to zoom out a little bit and just remind us all that this is where we've been, 47, back in 2011. And this is where we are now. So we are 50% below our all-time high. So what asset in the world in the bull run right now is 50% below? What commodity in the world is 50% below its all-time high? You got copper that's running and it's already in all-time highs and heading off. Gold's already reached its all-time high and retraced, and it's probably only got another 10 or 15% to go. Silver is 50% below its all-time high. So be bullish on silver. I'm bullish on silver. Do your own research. Stay profitable. Hold your crypto bags. And I'm very excited about the next couple of weeks. Bye.